All right. Oh, down. Go down. Downer. Downer. Okay. So are we sitting down tonight? Is that why the?
Yeah, I thought I would say.
Nice. Hey. So we are live on YouTube and Facebook. This is very, very important. Are you going to ask how to share the live feed?
Oh, I was going to ask if I could put a preliminary bid on that painting.
No, you gotta share the feed first.
I'm gonna,
On this one?
on that one,
Yes.
I'll bid $100.
Oh my, yes, you can. Just like that, folks. You can bid on anything you'd like. The event page is Rumble 504 if you'd like to look at the pictures. Or if you're here, just like Sky did, you can just throw down some bids. Thrown down. So $100.
Sky.
Okay, so I'm sharing this. Oh, wonderful. So what I'm doing right now, I'm gonna tell the people at home that see. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna hit the share button.
Is this too informal if I put my feet up?
Yes.
No, definitely not. Your space.
Oh my gosh.
It's report card week.
We're not going to talk about that.
No, I'm just saying you can put your feet up. Okay, so share it. So really important. I know
It's
it's
not just that
January.
report cards are hard. I'm
It's hard on your
absolutely morally
integrity.
against
Yeah.
giving grades in art, and it's part of my job. And it's just a condition. It's nobody's fault. It's just that
Okay,
like
so
Chelsea, which kid would you save if you only could save one?
Oh, I can't answer that.
This is like giving grades in report cards. Not the same as kids. Kids are more important, but like
No, I get where you're coming from though. It's an impossible question.
okay, for everyone, all information. We bring up pieces. We show the pieces to the people at home and here. People bid. People bid online on the phone where you text 403-629-7424.
that's 403-629. Are you can you hold up some pieces?
Also-
I'm just looking at the screen.
Also, you can text that number if you have questions.
Are there 5 people with us? I'm gonna check the shares.
4. Oh,
Let me see
someone
those
left.
shares. I'm gonna look up and see whose name
Okay,
shared the
So-
live.
oh, this
I
is a
forgot.
nice
I
look.
forgot to share the live feed myself.
it's really nice.
Very
So this
nice.
is called Bifrost. This is hand woven by Dusty Gomri. And so color,
The Bifrost
weave.
is the bridge from Asgard to Earth.
So nice. Dusty, I didn't know that. Sky's here for all of our mythological needs. So the opening is 80. Joanne has, however, bid 99. Joanne is very similar to Sky here, just throwing down the bids. Okay, so Joanne currently has Dusty's scarf at $99. Thank you, Joanne, so much. Joanne checks out the artwork every week on the event pages and then texts.
Did Joanne bid $100 and Sky bid $100?
Joanne bid 99 and Sky bid $100.
And
on
nobody,
your
you guys
page.
didn't talk about that. Just both things
Yes, we
happened.
did.
And that's, oh, you did.
We conspired.
Conspired?
Triangulated $100 night.
We only
All opening bids are $100.
do at intervals of hundreds.
Awesome. I love this.
Oh my goodness.
That'd be quite a shift from last week. Okay.
Hey!
Keep it positive. Okay. So
Come on
currently
now.
at $99. So text 403-629-7424 with your bid. So if you could please add what you're bidding
Okay,
on.
some people did share. I love you guys.
And you could also
Some people didn't share, and I love you guys too. I just love you way less.
Way less.
put your name in your text and let us know what you're bidding on. All right. And if I have a question, I'll just ask you a question back. Like, who are you? If you bid and I don't know your name.
Or
How are you?
How are you?
why
Yeah.
don't we use the railway as a transport system?
Right. We can talk about railways.
Yeah.
Or pigeon. So
Right, giant pigeons
carrier
instead of
pigeon.
gasoline.
Oh, yes. Why haven't we utilized the pigeons? Okay.
Did you hear about the pigeons in the Vancouver jail?
No.
They found a pigeon with a tiny little backpack full of meth. And
Oh,
they're
I saw
trying to
that.
blame it on the pigeon. And it's like it's in a jail with people that are very and you're blaming it on the pigeon. There's like this big, how could this be? This crazy pigeon with this little meth backpack.
Pigeon's like, yeah, is my backpack. I put it on with my wings.
Little do we know.
With
the
my
pigeon is a
opposable-
kingpin.
Actually, that would be the perfect
Can I-
thing
can I
for a
say
pigeon
something?
to
Can I s-
actually do that.
Can I say something about that though?
Yes.
Because no, it's fine. We do deal with a lot of people with some addictions issues, and we were just talking about addictions issues recently. And one of the really tough things about the jail system is there might be somebody with a habitual pot problem and in jail. And once you're in jail, you can't smoke pot because
Yeah.
the guards can smell it. But there is a lot of trouble with people that have drug problems that get to jail, and because you can conceal injection drugs in jail, a lot of people come out with a lot worse drug problems
100%.
because of jail. So,
And we don't rehabilitate people.
It's not, yeah, but
Totally.
we're not making light
opinions.
of that. It's more the pigeon.
no, I read. I'm not judging. I just when I read the pigeon story, I feel that immediate pain. Because
Totally. Definitely.
I'll tell you a story about getting teeth in the mail soon.
And here on the next topic, segue pigeons to lions. I don't know. This is by Kelly, and this guy has really funky hair, and he's got little eyes that light up. He's very soft, and he's probably a good protector in your home. This is called Kikoa, and he's laid back lion, sunning himself in Hawaii. Removable skirt. Look, it comes even with a skirt. You can have it yourself. And it can also be used as a scarf. The opening is $92, and Joanne has been $95. I like how he sits. You could put him over a doorway, and he could just.
I want to know more about that 92.
Especially with the glowing eyeballs at night. You're just like,
Sorry, Joanne bid 95, did you say?
Yeah. Oh.
Do you see a teal water bottle with the wood lid over there? It's right there. Right by your leg.
Where's that
Pass it
nice
along.
snack bag come back?
Thank you.
The green one? Kikoa came in the Mac bag.
Oh, so we're not keeping that?
No, that's Kelly's.
Kelly, nice snack bag.
Hey, next up is a piece by Matthias. This is more of a sculptural work.
I just wooed my wife's butt on the camera. Like my eyes bugged out. I felt the lids of my eyelids stretching as she stepped in front of me. I was like, oh, I'm glad nobody saw that. And then I looked up on screen. I'm like, I think everybody on screen saw.
Did you do a cartoon Awooga?
I did, but like, you
And
think
your
I'd be
eyes
over
just
that by
shoot
now?
out.
Makes me feel
I'm
so
doing
good.
it again.
Do a steam
Whoa,
whistle first,
whoa!
and sound nice.
It's your art.
No, it's just my phone.
Okay, so what
Nothing
do you know
of
the
importance.
opening bid for
Yeah,
Miss
that's from the movement series, and the opening bid is $50.
Opening bid $50. This is from the Movement series. I love the connection between the cement and the or concrete and the.
Oh,
And
funny.
I was telling Matthias that I have one of his sculptures like that in my window without plants. And hanging from my window curtain are a bunch of Julia and Tyler Rock's pieces. And Tyler Rock was his last flowing teacher.
Cool.
Everybody else.
They're all living together in the sunlight.
The happier will be,
So
and
opening
your friends
is
are my
$50.
friends,
You can text,
and my friends
Text
are
403.
your friends. The more.
maybe you want to block that person.
Which person?
The person who's talking about their uterus on the. Sorry, like uteruses are good, but
No, that's not inappropriate. That's just somebody sharing. Is that I don't know what that means.
well, that means it's like a medical condition. Maybe they should go
Yeah,
to
I'm
a
trying to
doctor
decide
rather
if-
than talk online about it.
I don't know. I think maybe that's.
We are not medical professionals.
I don't want to edit for the sake of editing.
Are you?
No.
Oh,
I do have first aid,
no.
though.
Like, are you too? You so much.
Maybe we need to know more about that comment before we. It's not like
It's
call
not
for.
judging. It's more like I want to keep it focused on the earth.
I can't get my EMS first aid.
Yeah, maybe that's a cry for help.
Right. Okay.
Expensive.
Rich, where's your other painting?
I don't know.
On the floor.
On the floor.
Okay, this is really beautiful.
Thanks.
Let me see. Can you?
Bless
Excuse
you.
me. Thanks. So this is the painting
Is it dry?
that. Whoa, that's not very nice. There's 9 people watching, actually. It's like a little bit.
Hi, Ren. How are you doing?
I didn't mean to be judgy. I was just.
No,
saying
we weren't
something
judging at all. We weren't going to block you at all. We think you're wonderful. We don't understand the comment is the thing.
Okay. Okay, sorry. This is by Rich Teru.
So this was a super sweet little poster reference that I was looking at some old 1920s posters, and it was just this. I don't know why it didn't occur to me when I saw this lady sort of dangling. And I'm like, oh, I put it. Actually, the picture I referenced was on the gift card I gave you, and yeah, it was just like this sort of like tied up figure, and it just looked cute in the poster. I guess because the 1920s were so innocent. And then I sketched it out, and I just kind of zoned out, and I didn't mean it to be as saucy as it came out. And then Sky confirmed that it was saucy and requested the ropes. But yeah, that's that. And yeah, I kind of actually pretty happy with the black light. I do the black light in my head while I'm working, and then I get to wait till the end of the night to see what it looks like. So that's a story. It's not a good story, but it is one.
That's a good story. So it's currently at $100 to Sky. If you'd like to bid, text 436297424. Sorry.
It's okay.
Okay.
Can you see that thing?
Yeah.
Should we count it out?
No, I think I'm going to show some pieces. And then
Okay.
So this is another thing. If anyone needs to leave and you have any questions, we can time out the bids. We used to like bring up a piece, time it out, and then go on to the next piece. But now we just open up a bunch of pieces because when people log into the auction, we want to make sure everyone has a
My bad.
chance to bid. So Stephen has a couple pieces in the auction this week. So this was from last week.
Well, that's so much.
Yes. And you weren't here last week either, and everyone's like, "What's the name of that house?" And you're like,
It's because it's fun to say. That's why I remember yurt.
So here we go.
I don't think that's true.
By Stephen
You seem
Strain.
to know a little bit of something about everything, and they
Everything.
don't always have fun names. I think you're just a sponge for information,
Yeah.
and a little too humble.
A bad sponge.
I'm a bad sponge. Guess what the new burn at the Rumble House is?
You're
Hey, bad sponge!
You're a bad sponge. Bad sponge.
a broken sponge where absorb random stuff and squeezing just happens throughout the day.
All right. Opening is this is acrylic on canvas.
I
And
think that's the fun one that comes with the second.
opening is $50, and you're totally right.
You get a gift with purchase of Spanish houses.
A little Spanish house. A little Spanish house with your yurt. You can travel between the yurt and the Spanish homes.
We decided
Where's
that
the
last-
yurt based?
Whose is it?
Well, wherever you put
Yurt.
it in your home.
Oh, okay.
You can put your yurt in your home.
If you live in a yurt, a bonus yurt.
Bonus yurt. Let's just see how many times we can say yurt. 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 Okay. So yeah, so $50 for both of these pieces together.
The happy
There's
lady.
a bit on his other
Is there?
Yep.
This is also by Stephen Strain. The Crow.
There's a $50 starting bid by Galen.
Those poppies on the floor. You know what I mean.
You know what I mean.
The floor of the painting.
I
The
do know
ground?
what you mean. The
Looks like
ground.
That's the one. It looks like poppies on the ground.
Ren, can you text me at 403-629-7424?
Very beautiful piece. Superimposed
That's
imagery of the
403.
crow.
629-7424.
Right. Yeah. For some reason the poppies always remind me of The Wizard of Oz.
Hello.
I think it was copied in the
Yeah, but it was
Hello?
in the book, but I don't remember it in the movie.
They were popping through the
They went through the field and then they got tired. Maybe it scared me and I blocked it from my memories. I think that's actually what happened.
You want to know something cool?
Yes.
Yeah, do you know dog whistles? So it's like phrases, usually bad, that people say that like signal to other of those people.
Oh, okay.
It's usually like racist or something. But
Oh, okay.
a good one is back in the day, gay people used to say that they were a friend of Dorothy based on the Wizard of Oz. Yeah. To identify.
So like
the gay
secret
people.
code, like
Yeah,
to be able to identify code. There you go. That's nice.
And the U.S. military wanted to make a gay army or something, and they spent millions of dollars looking for this Dorothy,
That's really cute. That is sweet.
who apparently knew all the gay people, but
They just had to talk to Judy. All right. So here we go. Randy's saying hi from the Sunshine Coast in BC. Hello, Randy. So here we go. So it's currently at how much is it?
$50.
$50 to Galen. Beautiful. So you can text 403-629-7424 or yell out a number to us. Here. Or has to be above 50. You can't, I guess you can just yell numbers. You can. Yeah, like
It
I'll
does.
stop listening
It
to
gets
you.
very confusing, and then I get angry.
I fail to see how it could possibly get confusing.
4. Okay, these are lovely pieces. They're by Praxis. So first, a little. Is it a cross stitch?
Yeah, they're both
Cross stitch bee. Opening $10.
Yeah.
$10.
$10. You're going to show it online, and then people can pass them around. They're so sweet. It's so delicious. Here it is. And the little cow. What is the cow opening at?
$5.
5. Little cross stitch cow by Praxis. Oh, that's so
Oh, I should like collect them all.
He's already climbing out the apron. Nice. Like it. Okay. So currently Sebastian has the bee at $10. Cow opens at $5. And are these a set, Praxis?
Yes.
And are these? Sorry, I missed the whole
Digital art.
conversation. Sorry.
They are digital art.
Digital art.
And all 3 of them is $7.
3 beautiful images opening at $7. So they're digital pieces. Potions. Praxis is very proficient at the potions and the skulls. So beautiful. So this is a whole set. That would be a really nice set to put up in nice. Could you imagine 3 gold frames with these pieces on the wall? So beautiful. I love the cork. All right, $7 for the set of those beautiful prints. I don't know if people are fitting because they're just on phones. So I'm just going to keep showing you artwork.
Yeah.
Yay!
Oh, that's cool.
Lovely, yeah, that's cool.
Another one.
And it stands.
Who made that?
Patty.
Nice.
So
You made 2 amazing.
the wings are so beautiful. And the legs. I'm going to show people
There are
around
little
here.
ties on the back of the legs. They're like saucy
Little
stockings.
stockings. Everything's so saucy tonight. Look at a cute little. It's a little yurt
So
on
much
legs.
Detail in love.
Totally. It's the love in the details.
So when you're gonna
Patty, how long did you get?
$10. The little Yaga Coop is $10 opening bid. Is that correct?
Yeah.
What's inside of the house?
There's good. Oh. The flowers. It's cute little happy flowers. And it would be a happy little place to put a little secret thing in there if you'd like. Yes, that is Bubba Yaga's chicken house. There's another iteration last week. I have that one from last week, and this is a new iteration this week. Smaller one with a flippy open roof. But also the wings are, look at these wings. Beautiful. Hey. All right. Whose is this?
It's mine.
I should not be holding on to this.
Oh, it's okay. It's yours?
Yeah.
Fabienne?
Yes.
Would you like to talk about your work?
Sure.
Would you like to come online too? Then the people at home can meet you. It's totally up to you.
Yeah.
Yeah?
And,
Here, you can come here beside me. Big welcome to Fabienne! It's their first time here. Oh, what was your inspiration?
I am a survivor of grief and trauma. And so for the last 2 years, I've been studying through art how to alleviate the grief and trauma because I had a sibling who passed away 3 years ago. So the colors that I choose are based on color therapy. And also the shapes are very simple. So I want to try to heal myself, but I also want to help other people heal when they see it. So the green and the yellow primary colors and not mixing them together in the different depths. It just gives people, I think, I want to, I just want them to have a moment where they look at it and they don't have to try to figure it out. It's just, yeah, so that's what it is.
I could feel that, like when I picked it up, I saw the red and the green. And I was thinking about the chakra
The
colors
heart
too.
and the base chakra, yeah.
Yeah,
So kind of to ground them and to pull them to come down.
And
That's the-
I love what you said about not having to worry about going in too deep. Like you can just feel it immediately.
Yeah.
That's really
Well, I
cool.
try to. It's something that I want to also teach to other people to help them, people who can't. I have Asperger's, so it's really hard for me to explain how I feel. Or the grief is really hard to get over, and the art helps me a lot. So that's really nice.
That's really powerful. Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing that with us too. Did you what would you like your opening bid?
$50.
Sorry?
$50.
$50? Beautiful. Okay, so thank you so much. You can have a seat. Thank you so much. So $50 is the opening bid for Fabienne's piece.
I think Ren's gone.
A little weird. But okay. So thank you so much. Actually, I want to bid $50 on this one. We've been talking a lot about the chakras and about the different colors and the power of different colors. You can almost see like forests and different depths in there. Very beautiful. Okay, so if you'd like to bid, text 403-629-7424.
That's 403-629-7424.
Okay. So, actually, look at there's these three here, Matthias. Just picturing someone's windowsill with these three together. That would be so nice. Okay.
You only need to put one up. Don't worry about it.
No, but I want to show everybody. Well, opening bid for this one.
Down 25, down 50.
This one 50. Okay. So this one was a brand new one that Matthias brought in. $50 opening bid.
If you're wondering why it's more money, is because red is made from gold.
That's so incredible. Yeah, because
Really?
Yeah.
Innocent.
And also, there's so many different color. Like, it's really neat. There's so many different flecks of color in that. Is that from it? Like,
That's just a mix of red that I made.
Cool.
So it's custom mix, I guess. Or custom
very
shade red.
cool.
The green is also a custom mix, but it's less noticeable.
Oh, lovely. You always do really cool things. This is 25 opening, the green piece. And then this is another one by Matthias. Actually, we have all of them here.
Wow, who's the talented artist who made those?
Matthias
Oh, they're
Martinez.
beautiful.
So beautiful. Very cool. So text 403-629-7424 if you would like to bid on.
That's 403-629-7424.
Yes, we can say 10 minutes is past for the bee, right?
Oh yes.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Dwayne,
Okay. Okay, good.
are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good. No, I'm good.
Dwayne Goforth is a local painter, worker that he works with ink and pencil crayon a lot. This is a print of an original piece framed. So we're really lucky to have his work in. Him and Sam always stop by on their way from the drum circle. So they go and they do the drumming circles Wednesdays and Sundays. So they're the Sober Crew. And it's just a support group and soul searching support building up space and group. I know Joanne goes on the Sundays, I think, often. Just love and support good people. So Sam, it's a Wednesday night, so they stop by on their way home on the Wednesday nights and drop off new pieces off. Opening is $10 for this piece. A print of an original work, so it is a print framed, but it is from his original design and drawing. So you can text 403-629-7424 if you would like to bid on this piece. Okay. Did you get any texts while you were?
That's
Is
no. 403-629-7424. 403-629-7424.
And if you need a little inspiration, Live, Laugh, and Loathe from Skeletor. Hi, Jack.
This is super funny. Can I tell you something?
Yes.
Can I tell everybody something? You guys ready?
Yeah.
So, like, Rumble House is such a positive place. I was like, why would you say live, laugh, and loathe? Live, laugh, and loathe. And then, like, it took me until somebody went, to go, oh, because it's Skeletor. But at first, I was really confused about the negativity. Like, is that cute? My naivety?
This is by Patty.
And it's not
Opening
at all negative when you think about, like, the context of it being Skeletor. Because when you're evil, loathing means
the
love.
font is so nice
yeah.
and it's so happy. Oh, sorry.
But nice for hand coming out of it.
Skeletor, that was easy.
Oh, Tina bid on Dwayne's piece, $10.
Hello, Jack.
Hi, welcome. If you need some Skeletor in your life, this is.
Have you guys been
Patty-
in before?
No.
Can I just tell you, first of all, how weird it is right now? Because it's usually super packed in here. So if you walk, the only reason I say this is if you're like walked in and you're like, oh, what a neat place. I love the quiet. And then you came back, it'll practically never be like this, but what a nice night to meet you.
What a unique time.
Yeah. And
Always a unique
I mean, actually, it's our 503rd Rumble and 504th Rumble, and no two have ever looked the same. So when I say it'll be different next week, I have no idea what next week's gonna look like. But it's
Consistent spontaneity.
Cool.
Patty, what's your opening bid, my dear? $5.
High five.
If you would like to bid $5.
Marked it down that you have.
Hey, $5.
$5.
Thank you.
Sorry, I thought someone said something. I didn't mean to ignore you. It's like, when lots of people talk, then I get confused. Thank you. So currently at $5 to Tommy. If you'd like to bid, text 403-629-7424 or put your hand up and say it out loud here.
Can we put this one in?
Yeah, let's do that next.
Can I tell you my story about this?
Yeah.
So Jess is super neurotic about me talking to people in public, but I often do. I'm like, hi, blah, blah, blah. And so we used to live on Venice Beach for a month 10 years ago. And we went back not too long ago. And it's pretty neat because when we go to Venice Beach, they don't know our names, but they know we're from Canada. So they will shout to us from across the way, "Hey, Canada, welcome home!" And
tell from a long ways away that
yeah, so there was a bunch of kooks that we lived with on Venice Beach.
Skeletor.
Oh.
Sorry.
Way to steal my thunder.
Sorry.
But,
Oh, tell us about your scary news.
Yeah, please tell.
did you say scary?
Not scary.
This guy.
Is he scary?
He is kind of like Picasso's Blue Man playing the guitar, which I had in my house until all of my friends told me it was horrible and scary, and I had to take it down because it was
Interesting.
traumatizing my children.
Interesting.
Wow.
Sell it. Yeah,
Sure, that'll help sales.
that's I love him.
So-
Sorry, I don't.
No, that's okay. Listen.
I really love
So
this guy.
Jess and I lived
love
on
the
Venice
hat.
Beach for a month 10 years ago. And Venice Beach is an incredibly territorial space where it's where the phrase locals only came from. And what happened is we went there for a month and we made 40 paintings on the beach and
Hold
we
it, I
traded
didn't get to see it.
40 paintings for 40 good deeds. And we just lived with the people on the beach and it was amazing. Nobody spoke to us the entire time we were there except from Abraham, who was kind of our gentle guardian. And on the day we left, everybody that had been watching us came over and introduced themselves. And they were all crushed that we're like sad we're leaving. So that's why 10 years later, when we go back, they still call us Canada and shout out their comments. This is a painting of a guy. I think it might have been Steve or something. He was one of the guys that was just always around. And so basically I would come and I'd paint all day and I'd wear a shirt. Marlo, can you just a bit?
Yeah, sorry.
No, it's okay. And basically as I took my shirts off, I would give them to this guy. And so like he would be wearing whatever I wore yesterday. And I remember vividly these people came to the beach and they were protesting something and I guess he was screaming up that they were vampires and cannibals because they drink the blood and eat the bread. And it was such a funny way to respond where he was screaming, "Cannibals! Vampires!" And he really became part of our lives. He was just with us all day, every day for 2 months. Now, we saw him on Saturday and I turned around to say hello and just grabbed me and almost like karate flipped me into the bushes because she doesn't like when I talk to people. She's like, "No, don't say hello." And so I started to say hello to my friend and then just freaked out. And he did seem, in fairness, in quite a bit
We
more rough
talk-
shape than
Yeah,
last
we
time we saw him.
talk with a lot of different people, and
Yeah.
sometimes you can. It's like
There
different
was a-
people that you end
There
up
was
seeing.
a real heartache going to Venice Beach this time
Yeah.
because the first time we went and immersed ourselves in the space. The second time we went, a lot of our friends were still there. Some of the taker care ofs had left,
Take her care.
and those that needed care were still there. And this time we went back and taking care of people were well gone. And the people that were needing help were still there in a really rough shape. So it's actually this image has been kind of stuck in my head for weeks. So it is a very gentle, real person who is kind of scary.
But like
You're
you
right
said,
on all levels with that.
Yeah.
And actually, here's the other funny thing is I lost my classroom today because of exams. So it happens a couple times a year that I teach art in just a regular classroom. That's not a problem. I pull out all my textbooks and I give the kids textbooks and I ask them if they would pick a piece that they like or don't like and either draw what they like about it or draw it better or draw what they don't like about it. And twice today in two different classes, They have all these textbooks to pick from. There's literally thousands of photos to choose. And one day, everybody picks Picasso's Blue Man with the guitar.
Hmm.
And all throughout the day, that was the picture that kept recurring. I don't think I was consciously thinking of that painting this, but it's really
That's
weird to me
interesting
that
that you
you
say.
said that. So this is, I think his name was Steve. But again, that's a name that comes up a lot when people are kind of living transient lives. Like, hey, what's your name? Steve. It's like, it's just, it's kind of a cover sometimes. But I'm pretty sure his name to us had been Steve. And that's my story about this painting.
That's
Thank you
really
so much
beautiful.
for sharing.
Yeah,
It's a
thank you.
Steve thing.
His hands are so beautiful. Like
Yeah.
I really love.
Opening bid is $5.
I was
A bit 20.
Thank you, Chelsea.
I was watching you do it, paint it, and it was from behind. I was watching the canvas grow,
Yeah.
and so I could see the outline of him, and it was really beautiful to see.
Oh, I
the
thought that was
shapes.
strange because you're like, that's really
Really
beautiful. And you're
beautiful.
looking at the back of it. I'm like,
I don't know if you can see. No, you can't.
Good when it was.
Yeah, when it's half.
Like,
Yeah.
Stop. Now you can see it. I can see it anyways. The rest of you, whatever.
It is really lovely and haunting from the back as well. It's really lovely. Hey, so currently at $20 to Chelsea. Text 403-629-7424 or bid here. Chester! It's a great painting, boss. Also, hope for a great evening, everyone. Hi, Chester. Hope you're doing well. I like the gold around him too.
yeah, well, right? Because
Has that gold?
everybody there kind of has a bit of an aura like a king or a queen or a,
Yeah.
or a something, a sage. But also, here's the other thing, right? It's kind of
$40 to Richard
it's kind of possible that it
from
was a
Illinois.
it's kind of possible that it was a good thing to just stop me when she did, because I saw this fella, and it wasn't on our beach, it was a few blocks away. And this was another highlight of our trip because we walked all the way down to, where did we walk to?
To Hanua.
Hanua,
It's like a
something
bar.
like this, kind of outside of our bubble. We walked into a bar, and Greg Cruz, who's singing, is like, Rich Teru and Jess Teru all the way from Canada. And that was quite a highlight to walk into LA and be recognized and acknowledged that way. However, I saw him, and my first intention was to say hello. And I thought, well, if he doesn't recognize me, I'll just start screaming about cannibals and vampires. And if he didn't remember that conversation, it wouldn't have triggered a memory. That would just been really super scary. So it's possible that Jess saved me from embarrassing myself by
Not embarrassing. I feel like, yeah, I always
causing a scene or, any of those things.
any of those things.
Oh, you should see all this stuff on it. It's like,
Skull piece. Oh, Skeletor? Are you talking about this one, Richard?
The one that's also black light that we found out.
I think Richard bid $10 on the skull piece. I'm just confirming with him. Yes. To Patty, $10.
Hold on. What did you bid? You bid 5.
We should really sell blacklight bulbs here at the Rebel.
Look
where
how
do you
beautiful.
get bulk in that though? I feel like that's expensive.
We don't make any of those good business decisions. Here, I'll tell you a funny story.
0.
I will drop $800 at the bookstore on my own book, so that we can bring copies of my book here and sell them at cost and put all of that money into the Rumble. So every time I sell a book at the Rumble House, it's $30 I spent on my own book to bring it here and sell it for $30 that goes into the gallery. It's like I'm the stupidest businessman on the planet.
It's
The
not
other
a
funny
business,
thing was
so.
every time we print T-shirts, the Rumble doesn't pay for that. Jess and Rich pays for T-shirts ourselves. So I do a silk screen. I get super excited. I'm like, want to go to Walmart? 'Cause that's unfortunately where we get it. Maybe we'll go to Walmart. We'll go and buy $200 worth of T-shirts, and then we sell all the T-shirts, and all of that money goes straight into the Rumble. So
Give people t-shirts.
what's that?
Or we give
away.
Sometimes we give them away too. But so a friend of mine was teasing me. He's like, isn't that a lot of money to spend on T-shirts that you're giving away? Now, if you think about it this way, was it? Pass me that yellow one.
his fangs go out.
I put my own face on a T-shirt.
What do I
And I
pass
sold
you?
it.
Sorry.
The yellow
It's,
one.
no, it's past.
Which one?
I put my own face on a T-shirt and I sell it. Where you might spend $2. Let's say you bought a T-shirt for $50 and you really thought you liked how that looked, right? That might be considered vanity, right? Well, in my case, I'm spending money to give you a T-shirt that doesn't make me look better at all, but my own face
Oh,
is on your shirt, which is just another form of vanity. So it's not as stupid as it sounds.
Okay.
this.
Oh, there's my shirt. Yeah. Oh no, that's not my. That's my other face.
Bye. Have a good night.
Bye, nice seeing
Bye.
you.
Be safe. Nice to your brain.
Oh, I don't know who this is.
Another person.
Yeah,
We'll
someone saying
eventually
hi. What you
find out,
doing?
but not
We're
anymore.
doing a rumble.
You have time.
Okay.
And by time I mean the auction's over in like a half an hour.
It's at $100.
Sure, we've got $20 on Skeletor.
Skeletor is at $20. Skeletor is at $20. There we go. Skeletor is currently at $20. Right? Making sure that I'm getting
We have sold like 200% more art tonight than we
That's
did last
right.
week.
It's nice to have a quiet night because then the next night it's like, wow, we're
We're
good.
good.
Doing so well. This
That
is
one's
by
also black light.
Alox, also black light. It is called The
Did
Party.
Alox
Are
tell
you
that? I
okay?
feel
Yeah.
that's
Huh?
awesome. I was like, did Alox tell you that?
He didn't. We just saw it. We just discovered it. Yeah. So here. Oh, here. I needed it. Thank you, Sky. So black light party. Black light party. I don't know if you guys had a favorite
I think you would into it. But it was like-
Teletubby. Lala was my favorite Teletubby.
Oh,
Poe. My sister loved Poe. Lala
You know,
is like, I'm always
names,
late to the
yeah.
party. I'm like back there.
What's the bid on this one?
This one?
Yeah.
It's at $100 to Sky.
And it should be time pretty soon.
Oh, did we
We
close
don't
it?
time things that
We didn't count it out. So.
Oh, sorry, Sky.
Joking.
I
Maybe.
Opening is 60 for the Teletubbies-esque party. If you see the sun, you will probably want to buy this piece. I don't know the
Oh.
Twinkie?
I think
No,
that's just
Twinkie
Henry,
was
like
the
his
green
name.
one.
Green one.
Dipsy.
Dipsy!
Don't ask why I don't know.
Yeah, we're all like, I don't know.
I loved this. Thank you. So, opening is $60 for this piece. Conversation for a lifetime. You'll just put this up in your house and have conversation forever with all of the people that walk into your home. All right, I'm gonna grab more pieces here. Thanks, Guy. Okay, so we got a couple cool things here. So, Theo does really cool stuff. He does beautiful paintings, beautiful mail art, beautiful things. Joins us every week on the live feed from his studio. And then he also had this great idea of doing a collection of 4 pieces for the solstices and equinoxes. So he has original poetry and art on beautiful cardstock. And so it's $10 for the collection. These are the pieces that you can see, but it's essentially putting in an order now, and we'll get the orders to him, and then he'll drop them off at the gallery, because he also has a very nice envelope that he puts them in. He really just is he just loves art as a way to share and connect people, and so he does mail art with people all over the world, and he donates all his proceeds of his work to the gallery. And he's just really wonderful. And all equinox and solstices, he always sends out big email rolls to all of his friends that he has on email with this artwork. And then this is your chance to, it says, do you have someone you don't get to see or talk to very often, but you think of them just the same? Would you like to let them know they're in your thoughts? This little envelope isn't just a holder of 4 postcards. It's a commitment package. 4 times a year, just before the turn of each season, put a smile in someone's mailbox. Send a little love. So this is one. This is for spring. Days have been lengthening, the north has been warming, the plants and the animals have been luxuriating in the glow of our sun. Around our amazing home spins a companion that long ago was torn from the earth and left us tilting. So the reasons came to be. Summer arrives in the north, winter beckons in the south. This tiny biped looks up and says, "Thank you, Sister Moon, for your loving touch." So beautiful. So, and they're printed on gorgeous paper. So this is the autumn, winter. Okay, so if you'd like to bid on this collection, it's $10 opening, and then we can, like I said, this is just to show you the imagery, and we can get you the complete collection with the envelope. Or I guess if you wanted these two, you could take them and put them in your own envelopes. Yes, okay, so it's really lovely. So that's that, opening at $10. It's been a very busy evening. Okay, so here, if you have yourself a feminist cat, maybe you'd like to get a feminist cat photo for your feminist cat. Oh yes, Joanne, you have the bid for the scarf, my dear. Yes, you are all good. Okay, so this is a photo by Oliver, feminist cat sleeping on a beautiful feminist book. Oliver. It is called I Call Myself a Feminist by A View from 25 Women Under 30. The Youngins. Amy, Annette, Martha. I'm not young anymore, I can't see. Feminist cat. Opening, $5 for this original photo by Oliver. Oliver, our friend who loves coffee.
Oh, that Oliver.
I feel like that's so vague. I don't even know what you're talking about.
So whenever we have the coffee from Dylan, Oliver bids on a jar of it. And I don't know Oliver's last name, so I just said Oliver who likes the coffee.
I know that Instagram is Oliver Twirl.
Yeah, Oliver Twirl. Yes,
And
there you
Oliver
go.
also works part-time as a drag queen.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Person. I'm not sure.
Frostbiter.
That's what they
Also a lovely photo by Oliver. Frostbiter, kind of like the frost giants. Now I'm thinking about the mythology that you were talking about. Opening also $5. This is by Oliver. Just going to check that text that happened. And Randy got the cards by Theo for $10. That's nice.
Can we have out some pieces, please?
Yeah, sure.
Start with this one here.
$100 to Sky. Going once. Going twice. Going 3 times.
Sold. What time is it?
Sold.
9:54.
Yes.
Can we time this one out?
Yes.
It's $40 to Richard.
$40 to Richard. Going once. Going twice. Going 3 times. Sold.
9:54.
Crow by Steven.
Is that gonna
$50
bid?
to Galen.
Going once. Going twice. Going 3 times. Sold. Oh.
Did this get a bid?
Dusty's scarf.
So this got a bid for $4.50, but I blocked the color because they were not confirming who they were. So
And also, it's not the minimum bid.
can't really take a bid on right?
It's $60 opening.
So
This
there's
is,
been a little bit of tomfoolery, people joking
today's
around
been a
on
little
the
silly. Tomfoolery
Tomfoolery.
with the buggers.
Dusty scarf, is
Oh,
that
yeah.
$99 to Joanne?
Thank you.
Send that out.
Going once. Beautiful hand woven scarf by Dusty. Going once. Going twice.
Wow, that's amazing.
It's so beautiful. Going
Yeah.
3 times. Oh, look at the colors.
Yeah.
3 times sold. This is 100% acrylic. This piece. More Dusty scarf.
You're wearing one.
You're wearing 2.
Is this a dusty scarf?
Yes.
That one didn't get a bid yet.
No bid?
I'll have
No.
4.
Live, laugh, love.
You better bid on it.
No. That's not what that's called.
The yurt. Live, laugh, love yurt.
It comes with a free houses though.
Not-
Buy
not-
the yurt, you get a holiday home in Spain. Wow. The 2 for 1.
See, I think that's a pretty great.
I like this.
These are both by Stephen Strain.
What's the bid on that? Or there's no bid, but it's $60, I think.
I think so. 60
Yeah.
opening.
Live, laugh, love is at $20 to Tommy.
$20 to Tommy. Going once. Going twice. Going 3 times. Sold.
Everything, no, the one you bid on, Jack. Oh, the lion. Sorry. Yep, that's at 95 to Joanne.
Going once. Going twice. Going 3 times. Sold.
And the heart chakra healing painting, you've got that for 50.
Nice.
957.
Going once. Going twice. Going 3 times. Sold. So whenever we say sold, there is a little bit of a lag time we allow for because sometimes people are in far off distances when they're bidding from like Richard's bidding from Illinois.
Oh, and the Yaga Coop, we don't have a bid on. How do we not have a bid on Yaga Coop?
Yaga Coop opening $10. It is by Patty.
I'll bid $10.
It stands so beautifully. The wings are so
It
beautiful.
really
Did you
needs to
see
be in the
them?
window. Is Patty here?
Yeah.
Where are you?
Patty's here. Patty's at the front.
Patty? Is there anything that's gonna melt on this if I put it in the window?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, I just didn't want to like purchase it.
Oh my gosh, it'll go by the Rumber house and it'll be happy.
Oh, that'd be precious. Yeah, no,
That's
it
so
should be more than fine.
Okay.
And can we put like a little dude inside?
We don't own it yet. I just have the opening
Oh, I
bid.
have plans. We also have the bigger one that we can also put. Okay.
Well, and if it does melt, you guys have some pretty math skills, I'm sure.
And it's, let's face it, freezing outside. So
And we do know where Patty lives.
We
Well,
live
don't,
in-
But we know where Patty is.
we live in right, exactly. Good. This is currently at $10 to Tina. Tina, thank you.
Is this? That's who does the food. Who was asking me about the
Tina
food?
and Steve.
Tina and Steven.
And if you need a moose in your life, Jacob Bay painted a lovely moose.
Jake, babe.
He's just running there, running moose.
I think this is the last time we're gonna put this up.
Yeah, I just keep just
So good.
want to show. I love the
I don't
texture in it. The
understand.
texture is
It looks like a
lovely.
porcupine.
What was
He's
his
just
opening bid?
running.
So
It's so
good.
$20. I think.
$20.
Porcupine. Really, I love that.
And he's like running.
Porky
there's
moose.
this really urgent feeling. Porky moose for $20.
$20 going once, $20 going twice,
He has a home.
$20 going 3 times sold.
Thanks, guy. He's a good moose.
He is a good moose.
His name is Gerald. It's pronounced with a hard G. Gerald.
Gerald. What are the swans named? Sky.
Both Gerald.
Both. This is by Christine. Beautiful oil painting on panel. Opening is $25. Beautiful. Text 403-629-7424. If you'd like to bid on swans. Who may or may not be named Gerald. If you buy them, you can name them.
or they might forever be named Carol. Okay. The lion's butt is in the lion butt. I don't want this to fall. Things all could fall.
Okay. A friend last week put this up. It is Copic markers, and it looks like a wonderful little still. I can't remember the opening bid, but I will find it if you want.
I think it's whenever we want it to be because it was donated to us.
Oh, that's nice. Oh, I can read it. The writing is upside down and backwards. I couldn't read it last week, but now I can read it. It's because I'm
Well,
tired.
and he did a bunch of shapes and then filled in.
Oh yeah, he did the shapes from behind, and
Yeah.
then he kind of filled it in from the front.
And when we
Based
asked him what it said, he said, "I don't speak their language, so I'm really not sure."
Wait, who did this?
Jack,
Who's Jack?
just this guy.
He came in.
He rolled in last week and then rolled out.
It's a really good story.
Yeah.
Is that Jack Pike?
Jack,
so
was
he
this
just
you?
took it and just like made all these shapes and then flipped it over and colored it in.
Let me see.
And then, yeah, the story about what it says was fun.
Another piece by Matias Martinez. Ooh. Eyeball etched in glass cup. What was the opening? 50. Beautiful. Beautiful etching work.
It looks like a song.
The sky
It
song
does look
by the Alan Parsons Project. Really good
None of
song.
that rung a bell.
But I
Oh.
this guy that's watching.
Opening is $50.
Oh,
Yes,
this
you
Is
cover
this-
really pretty?
Matthias, is this a, am I correct? This is reoccurring for you, this sound wave?
Like a heartbeat?
It was in my paintings. It's not necessarily something I do in my class.
Is it something that means something to you? Is it,
Just listen to music. I always listen to music.
That's really cool.
oh, right, gotcha. Yeah, I recognize that from the film editing I do. As that you see the sound waves all the time, right? I can't look at glass etching without hearing the sound in my head. Every single piece of glass that I see that's etched.
I kind of love this sound,
Yeah.
but I think it's like. How
Have you ever ridden a
develop,
bicycle
like,
with,
that violent sound, it's like,
Joanne bid $25 on the swans.
Oh, yay.
Have you ever
Thanks,
ridden a
Joanne.
bicycle with metal studs? Your winter tires?
I have
Do you like that buzz? That kind of like fried bacon sound?
a little bit.
Yeah.
Right.
You don't.
I have those stud things for my winter boots now. And that's all I can think of when I walk my dog.
Do you like the
It's-
sound?
No,
Oh,
I do not. But
I
always
bought some
think of
really
you.
expensive winter tires when I used to commute, and the sound of the metal cleats touching the ground was like unbearable to me. And I walked into Bike, and I told Sean that I wasn't crazy about the sound, and he said, "Why don't you just imagine it sizzling bacon?" And I was like, "Oh," and then I would superimpose the sound of bacon sizzling over top of the cleats touching the ground, and it stopped being painful. But I every time would go into it, ride my bike, hear my teeth grinding, and then have to try and rewire my brain to thinking it was bacon sizzling. I'm sorry. That's like the 20th story I told tonight that made no sense and had no point, and I apologize for that.
No, you were talking about sound.
I still should make an effort for the stories to be interesting on some level.
I don't think you've even told what joke yet, though.
Sky told my joke and it was brilliant.
What was it?
The one that you were waiting to
wasp.
tell Rich.
Oh yeah, the wasp one. So bad.
Wait, you heard a bad joke and thought Rich will like this?
Yeah.
Ouch. Ouch.
This is by Andrew Farley. A lovely
Oh, I thought of it
handful.
myself and thought I'm just used to like that.
Thank you for that joke. Andrew.
Power and
I'm going to tell it at
Buzz.
school tomorrow.
Good.
Opening 75.
Oh, it won't even make sense to those kids.
Should I?
B-sides.
Can he tell us the joke?
What?
Okay.
Well, you just asked like I have authority here. I have no authority. Tell the
He
joke.
just said
does.
yes. You can tell the joke. I listened to that.
Do you want to come up and tell it on the mic though? That gives it a layer.
All
The
right.
mic's
Hit that
not
power
on.
there, Jessica.
Going on it.
On the back.
on it.
Funny.
So there's this guy, right? He walks into a bar.
A wasp expert goes into a record store and gets a record that has a bunch of wasp sounds on it. And he goes home, and one side he can identify every single sound of the wasp, but the other side he can't identify anything. And so he brings the record back to the record store, and he's like, I can identify every wasp sound on this side, but I can't identify anything on the other side. And the guy says, oh, that's normal. That's the B side.
You made that one up. That is so good.
Yeah.
Can we get a big round of applause? I love that joke. I did not realize until this second you wrote it. So when you said you didn't think it was a good joke, I thought you were actually attacking my, not that you would ever attack anybody, but I thought you were taking a poke at my sense of humor because it's quirky, right? The quirky sense of humor. And I feel like that was a great gift. That joke was a great gift.
I just thought, I was looking at a record, I saw the B side.
The wasp, yeah.
B side.
Do you want to hear the joke I made up?
What's that?
I was in grade 2. And I made up 2 jokes in my lifetime. And one of them I heard a comedian tell on TV years later. Now it could be that he just came parallel to the same idea. I like to imagine my joke passed around. But the joke I invented in grade 11 was, what do you get if you cross Hitler's penis with a potato? A dictator. Now, that's my second joke. My first joke was in grade 2. And there was this girl, Danielle, that used to pick on me all the time. And she also wore a ponytail. And off the top of my head, one day she said something mean, and zinger at lightning speed came back. Hey, Danielle, if that's the pony's tail, what would that make your head?
So good.
It's good, right? No?
The pony's butt. Your head's the pony's butt. If your tail.
Yeah, but that's...
You're welcome. Okay, so
Oh, sorry.
this is not.
Did you just like her?
I bit her.
It's a fight. It's a love fight. Okay, so
I lost my
this-
concentration.
this is by
I just
Sid.
bit her.
would you like to talk about it?
Not
All I
now.
have to say it was just inspired by what you guys read out, the mask and then the monster behind it.
Nice.
Cool. Opening bid is $10 for this lovely piece. Acrylic?
Yeah.
Yeah, acrylic on canvas. $10 opening bid. Text 403-629-7424. So our the piece of inspiration were masks, the mat from the Madman by Khalil Gibran, and boundaries. See, it's and the monster. You got all 3 in here. You're professional.
This one's for professionals only.
Opening $10. Really love the shading you got. So beautiful. Alright. And also by Sid. Cute little stamps. Oh, is it a bid?
Yeah.
Happy stamps. $10 for the set. The paw's a little hard. I don't know if you want to show people up here so they can see it. Bid?
$15.
For the Skeletor, Richard?
Is this Richard or is it?
That's Richard.
It's at $20 and it's timed out.
Oh, okay.
Like
I'm just
by
gonna
the
ask what it's
$15 for
what
what?
it's for. Yeah. For what, Richard? Sorry. Oh, for the small piece? For this one? I'm just gonna take a picture of it.
Oh, yeah, I never posted. I didn't get posted.
That's sideways.
You're so cute.
Okay, Richard from Illinois, but $15. Sid's painting, maybe going down to Illinois. Oh.
We've got international sales. You can put that on your resume. Yes. Somebody from the US, which is a different country than ours, bought your art. Professional artist at international sales. It's not a lie.
Yeah.
Foreign arts.
Right?
We're good.
So like what time is it? Are there pieces that are
Late.
I'd say we did pretty good like tonight.
I think we did great compared to last week.
Yay, big round of applause to everybody here.
There's ebbs and flows for what we do, and there was times where a night like this would have been an indication that we wouldn't be back next month, and tonight's good. Last week was kind of slow, but it used to be we were so close to the edge all the time that that a slow night really felt like it might be the end of us. And it's kind of nice. It's actually super nice for me, especially because we had a rough week, to have a slow night and kind of coast a little bit and think there's lots of room to bounce back. Part of it is like we had some really lucky moments where the community association hired us to make a mural that put several months of rent back in our pockets. This is horrible. I hate saying this out loud, but COVID was really good to us because when COVID came, the really thoughtful, safe people that were in the habit of coming in and buying and supporting us, they just stopped coming in because they didn't want to get COVID. It was like a smart thing to do, sort of pre-COVID. And then the wildcats that were coming in and selling their work, they kept coming in. So it kept getting more and more crammed because we were the only place open the last week we were open, but nobody had any money. And then so we immediately went to these online rumbles, which changed things up quite a bit. And because nobody had anything to do while they were locked up in the COVID, what would you call it? Isolation. Our Wednesdays really became a neat way for the community to bond. And then we reopened and it was just packed in here. And then we had to close down again and it was back to the online. And then we reopened and it was kind of moderately packed in here. And then we had to close down again. And then since the last time we've reopened, there's been a weird balance where this is a slow night, but even on our busy nights, it's not like nuts like a circus like it used to be. So people sometimes, I'm explaining what the Rumble House is. I'm like, yeah, 40 or 50 people show up. And I was like, kind of a while since it's been
like
a fire
20.
hazard like that.
It's been like 20.
So, but tonight's been a real gift for me. And I don't usually get to experience the Rumbles till about an hour after we finish. I go home and the whole thing hits me at once. Sometimes I burst into tears. It's so beautiful. And this moment is probably the closest I've had to just sitting down and being part of the evening, because I feel like I missed the whole night solving problems, fixing toilets. There was a guy selling meat outside once. He stole steaks from.
That's hilarious.
He stole
The
steaks.
skater kids were giving him money for it. We're like, give them the money back. Like, it's like
You know, let the skaters kids do that. They're looking for good steak.
it was not good steak. It was from the guy's jacket.
He stole steaks.
You don't know how long it's been in that jacket.
It's a bunch of steak.
Yeah, I would say there's some health issues from armpit steak.
And then if you got sick because you bought steak at Rumble House, like I didn't know they were selling food.
And
They're not.
there used to be some sketchy times. I remember this one guy called me up,
If you had a refrigerated,
and he had taken some drugs that night. Even though I asked everybody not to, he took some drugs.
everybody nuts.
And he was walking home, and he fell and he hit his head on. This is back at Gorilla House. He fell and he hit his head on the curb. Phones me up the next day, apologizing that he might have got me in trouble. I'm like, how could you got me in trouble? He's like, well, I was telling the nurses that I didn't take any drugs, but I think somebody put something in my drink at the Rumble House.
Gross.
And then they took down all your information. I'm like, brother, we didn't serve drinks at the Rumble House. We haven't sold drinks at the Rumble House in 6 months. So I don't know who gave you drinks, but first of all, it wasn't us. And, yeah, like we're
We've come a
constantly.
long way since there.
No, but we put ourselves at risk to run this place. I'm not even gonna get to the phone call I got on the way to LA. But we love you and we appreciate you, and we're glad you're here. And it's a miracle to have a slow night like this where I can sit down and take part and be part of what's going on. Because it's a real gift.
That is very nice.
Yay! Thank you so much. Thank you.
You may or may not know this. If you ask politely, sometimes Jess can be talked into singing to us. Oh, she responds well to cat calling. So if I could get everybody here to cat call Jessie, and just... I'm not saying that woohoo was a cat call either. It was beautiful. Who did that?
That's good.
It was beautiful. I feel like I just turned something lovely into something not lovely. That's basically what I do. Is call it the Rumble House. But thank you for the cheer. I think I picked the wrong word, right? Because cat call isn't really a compliment, but we respond well to the woohoos. I did it again. Boy, my feet are salty. What are you gonna sing?
Just something comfy.
Close your eyes.
Actually, sorry. Is there any chance you could sing us "The Girl from the North Country"?
No.
Okay.
No.
Bob Dylan. But I want to not always sing Bob Dylan for you, but I can't sing Bob Dylan. Like it's just something that I don't have. Or... Are you gonna play it on the thing?
Yeah.
If you're traveling in the North Country Fair, where the winds hit heavy on the borderline, remember me to the one who lives there, where she once was a true love of mine. See for me that her hair's hanging down, it curls and falls all down her breast. See for me that her hair's hanging down, that's the way I remember her best. If you go when the snowflakes fall, when the rivers freeze and the summer ends, please see for me that she was wearing a coat so warm to keep her from the howling winds. If you're traveling in the North Country Fair, where the winds hit heavy on the borderline, please say hello to the one who lives there, for she once was a true love of mine. If you're traveling in the North Country Fair, where the winds hit heavy on the borderline, remember me to the one who lives there, for she once was a true love of mine. You know what I realized? What? So in that song where Johnny Cash and Bob Dylan sing this together, Johnny Cash had it right.
Oh.
I always thought Bob Dylan had it right and Johnny Cash screwed up.
You know what? I figured it was Johnny Cash because Bob Dylan would be like cavalier with his own lyrics, but Johnny Cash would be wanting to get it right.
That's true. I've been wanting to get it right too.
And that's why you noticed it.
Right. Usually I just make shit up. It's a long break.
It's during the break! Exclamation point.
For she once was a true love of mine.
A true love of mine.
For she once was a true love of mine. True love of mine. You gotta do it back and forth. Love of mine.
A true 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 love of mine.
True love of mine.
A true love of mine.
She once was
a true love of mine.